Witnesses continue to come forward after a New Year's arrest in Austin. Tonight, why they believe the arresting officer overreacted and a look at whether the officer had any prior complaints. The Night Beat's Jim Bergamo, who first brought you this story last week, is live now at APD headquarters. Jim?
Terry, one of those arrested that night, Antonio Buehler, says he has filed a formal complaint with APD's Internal Affairs Department, and he's also spoken with someone from the police monitor's office. Now, Buehler's version of events continues to be bolstered by witnesses who corroborate his side of the story. This video and subsequent KVUE stories about Austin police taking down and arresting 34-year-old Antonio Buehler just hours into the new year have generated more than 65,000 views on YouTube alone. Buehler was taking pictures of an APD DWI stop involving 28-year-old Norma from San Antonio, an arrest where, according to Buehler, officers Patrick Oborski and Robert Snider crossed the line when they lifted her up by her arms that were handcuffed and behind her back. During our interview last week, when she asked her face not be shown, Norma says the police did indeed cross the line.
Definitely, it was the worst night of my life. I have never been treated so abusive by a police officer.
But it's not just those who were arrested who are coming forward.
I'm just not one to sit and allow something to be based on an untruth.
Carlos Amador was walking out of the convenience store when he witnessed what was happening to Norma and Buehler. Amador says he was appalled to learn that Officer Oborski had accused Buehler of being the aggressor and spitting in the officer's face.
My field of vision was as direct to the event as I am to you now. And I would testify in a court of law at any level that at no point did Antonio spit at the officer or make any sort of aggressive or inciting gesture toward him.
KVUE filed a Freedom of Information Act request for any previous complaints of abuse against officers Oborski and Snider. APD says only complaints that were sustained by its Internal Affairs Department are public record, and those complaints will be found in each officer's civil service reports. But the 87 pages turned over to us only contain letters of recommendation and performance reviews, but no complaints.
I'm expecting...
Much like Norma was thankful for Buehler taking photos of her arrest, Buehler says he's thankful other witnesses have come forward to corroborate his version of events.
Sometimes the police, come to the public and they ask the public to step forward if they know something. Well, sometimes, if there's a bad cop out there, sometimes the public needs to step forward to say something about the cop as well.
Now, Buehler, a West Point graduate and Iraqi war veteran, says his main concern is getting the charges of felony harassment of a public official and resisting arrest dropped. Norma, a passenger in the car she was riding in, is fighting the public intoxication charges she's facing. Reporting live at APD headquarters in downtown Austin, Jim Bergamo, KVUE News Night Beat.
All right, Jim, thank you.
The cop was very aggressive, and he should have never treated anybody the way that he treated us.
It's the story everyone is talking about, and tonight we answer your questions about an alleged case of police brutality. All week we've been reporting on the DWI stop, the woman seen being dragged out of her car, and the man who took pictures of it all, who was arrested himself.
Now, this all happened early on New Year's Day at West 10th and Lamar downtown. Tonight, KITV's Lisa Lee Kelly goes in depth. She is live downtown after talking with a criminal defense attorney about the rights of citizens and police. Lisa?
Well, Judy and Ron, in the state of Texas, the criminal charge of public intoxication is a Class C misdemeanor. It's on par with a traffic ticket. But getting arrested for PI means a trip downtown, a mugshot, jail clothes, the works. And police here are given a very wide parameter in doling it out. This cell phone video shows Austin police taking down 34-year-old Antonio Buehler early New Year's Day. Police approached him after he began taking these pictures of two women being arrested. Police had pulled the female driver over for DWI and then also arrested her passenger, who asked that we not show her face.
Yelling out of the car, my friend, her rights is not interfering. It's telling her rights. And sitting in the passenger seat, never opening the car door, never doing anything. I'm not harming myself, and I'm not harming others.
Buehler was pumping gas at the 7-Eleven at 10th and Lamar when it all went down. When he started taking pictures and yelling at police to stop assaulting the women, They arrested him too, accusing this West Point grad of spitting on the officer, which he denies. Criminal defense attorney Perry Minton says good cops are experts at diffusing a situation, not making it worse.
Was there a better way to approach that woman and say, I understand that you want to give your friend legal advice, and I want to provide you an opportunity to do that, but I'm in the middle of an investigation. And I know the officer here, Pat Oborski, could have easily done that.
Officer Pat Oborski charged the female passenger with public intoxication, never asking if she'd been drinking. She's now retained attorney Mindy Montford to fight her case. It's a case Montford knows all too well. She was arrested herself for public intoxication after giving legal advice during a traffic stop to her driver. Same scenario, and her charges were eventually dismissed.
I just wanted to talk to her. I needed to talk to somebody that went what I went through.
But do police have the legal right to arrest a passenger in a car for public intoxication? Perry says absolutely.
If she is in a vehicle out on a public roadway, she's in a public place, and if she's intoxicated, then of course she can be charged with public intoxication.
Now, it should be mentioned that neither Buehler nor the female passenger were ever charged with interfering with an investigation. Buehler has filed a formal complaint with the city. Police Chief Art Acevedo last night told me that he has seen the dash cam video from the patrol units from that night, and even though he won't release it to us, he stands by the actions of his officers. Reporting live from downtown, I'm Lisa Lee Kelly, KITV News. Thank you, Lisa. On our Facebook page, we have been having a very lively discussion about what police define as intoxicated in public. You can read those comments and join in the conversation at facebook.com/KITV. Be sure to like us.